Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing well. So this is the third time that I'm trying to record this reading. I was doing a live shuffle and something happened with my camera, and it happened to a client last week where I was recording their video for a private client, you know, and it went slow-mo. I it was unusable footage, which was annoying, so I ended up having to type out her reading and send, you know, like the way that they used to do it. I had to do that, right? A picture of the, actually I don't even think I took a picture of her spread, but sometimes readers will send you a picture of the spread, you know, plus, you know, like a written reading. I like to send a video, but apparently, like, my camera might be taking a crap, it might be dying, guys. So I don't know if this is gonna record or not. If it doesn't record, I'll have to find another way to do my readings, because I want to do a reading today. I want to post you guys a reading, so let's make sure everything is cool. Everything looks cool so far. Don't know, but like in a couple of minutes, I'm gonna cut the camera off and listen to it back. I guess I'm gonna have to do that every 5 minutes until I'm sure that it's done slipping into slow-mo. I thought it was something that I had done, but it's not, because it happened again today when I was recording your guys' reading. So I'm obviously not doing anything wrong. It's just the computer, because it's a pocket computer. The phone is its camera is having issues. Its video camera is having issues. So, oh my gosh. With that being said, okay. I did already start you guys' reading, and I was enjoying myself too. I'm very disappointed that, and I wouldn't have known that the camera was acting up, except the flash went off, and then it said that the phone was too hot, and I'm like, the phone's not too hot, and all this other nonsense. So, like I said, not a big deal. I'll type it out if I have to, you know, but I'd rather just do the video recording. So, with that being said, the cards that we got for you guys, from the Hill de Lenormand, we got number 19, the Tower, okay? So with number 19, the Tower, what that's saying is that, you know, somebody is seeing things from a different perspective. I decided to make this kind of like an energy checkup for you and your person. So if you have somebody in mind, a love interest, a crush, somebody, then, you know, that's kind of what this reading is for. Or just take the messages that resonate. It's a general collective reading. I'm reading for a lot of different people, so probably there's going to be at least a few messages or more that resonate with you. But what I'm seeing with her is, you can see that she's climbed up there. It's been some work, but now she's like at a perspective where she can look through a telescope, and she's got a big smile on her face. So she's seeing things from a distance, from a higher perspective. That's generally a good thing, because it does show, I mean, when you can take a step back, you can be more objective. When you're more objective, you can see the whole picture. When you can see the whole picture, you understand life and situations better. It also talks about results and lifestyle change. And it was funny because on the first recording, I used Zoltar, and he said something about, well, he basically said it's better to do things like that you want to do versus, you know, have regrets later that you didn't do it. So I feel like this is talking about somebody doing that. So, you know, somebody here likes to travel, could be watching you from a distance. And others of you could be traveling and doing this, watching your person from a distance. I do get the feeling for some that, you know, you guys keep an eye on each other's social media, or however you can keep an eye on one another, you keep an eye on one another. But mostly I feel like somebody is finally done sowing their oats or something like that, like wrapping that up. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like sowing oats as in going out, being a good time Charlie, having a good time all the time. Which is kind of what came through in the first recording for some, but not all. And it wasn't really 100%, you know, certain or clear whether that was you, your person, or both. Some of you are younger, so you like weren't just ready to jump into anything serious right away, right? That makes sense. Others of you, it was like your person was the one kind of like still wanting to have their fun, and some of you were like, okay, well, I'm gonna have my fun too. Or you were just like waiting or working on yourself and focusing on your finances and doing the things like living your life basically without being overly concerned about this person, but still kind of wanting them to come forward. And so this is what we're seeing here. There's some sort of achievement of a higher perspective and or a higher position in life, right? And so, you know, it can also mean, and I was picking up too, that this is what needs to happen. Like the connection cannot come together or reach a stable ground. I'm hearing stable understanding until people are done. Even the viewer, I mean, viewers aren't off the hook either. To the extent that it resonates, right? Even the viewer, there's some things you need to work on financially, getting your finances in order. I saw some lack in your guys' financial sector. Join the club, right? But not only that, but just getting yourself ready to be a to be a partner, basically. There are a lot of practical details that go into truly being ready for intimacy, for being, you know, for being a partner in an adult healthy relationship, which I assume is the goal for a lot of people. And I'm going to check to see if this recorded. Okay, we're looking good. So far, so good, guys. Camera's still recording. Okay. So the card to come out for you guys from this deck that I pulled here was, it's a quote from Winston Churchill. My most important achievement was my ability to be able to persuade my wife to marry me. Okay. So my most important achievement, or my most brilliant achievement, was the ability to be able to persuade my wife to marry me. Why does he talk like that? But anyway, yeah. So this person could be wanting to marry you, or marriage could be in the mix somehow on your end or their end. I really took it the first time around that this person is watching you to see what they can to marry you. Basically, they're seeing you as potential wifey or husband material. They're seeing you as somebody that they could settle down with, or they're at least, you know, in some cases, and they're trying to establish that, right? Trying to see if that is something that can happen here. So let's look into your guys' cards. So the cards that we got here for you guys, for the viewers, the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Hermit. So we've got strong earth energy. Also, I said, like, well, it was an emphasis on Capricorn. And I did say Aquarius too, because David Bowie has strong Aquarius placements. You know, that's why he's kind of far out. So, but yeah, definitely strong Capricorn energy, strong earth energy in general. But regardless of whatever your sign is, this is how you're coming across today. So it's like, what's the Knight of Pentacles? The Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady, wins the race. So somebody either has to or already has been working on their finances, or to move past any sort of sense of lack or lack consciousness with that Five of Pentacles. That's about feeling, you know, left out in the cold, feeling at a loss, like you don't have enough financially, you don't have enough materially, or in a relationship, you don't have enough emotionally. So it's about moving past that, slow and steady, right? And focusing on your homework and money. And with the Hermit, it's also about spirituality, focusing on your spirituality and just your general life purpose, right? Life purpose, wanting to see things from a different perspective. And it looks like you have achieved, many of you have already achieved some sort of stability regarding these areas. So if you were in a lack mindset, or you were suffering financially, you are well on the road to recovery. And if you're not, then this is your sign from the universe that, you know, hang tight, have faith, you will be, you are going to recover. But basically with this is that your life path has been established. This is what you've been doing, and maybe you don't realize that's the reason for a separation or a slow romance, if this has been really slow to get going, is that this is something that you needed to do from a spiritual perspective. And some of you really are witches, because he has one different color eye like I do. And I believe that's called the witch's eye. I forgot that he had that. He's got one blue eye and one dark eye. Can you see that? So, and again, and this could have come as like a surprise to you guys, because just because you're interested in tarot readings, it's safe to assume that you already have like an interest in the occult or spiritualism, mysticism, or like, you know, spirituality, because you're here watching a tarot reading. But not all of you. If you're coming from strong earth energy, you know, you at some point, I feel like we're more in a Four of Pentacles energy, where you were like blocking spirituality, even blocking your emotions. Both things that we see a lot of, you know, I see a lot of Aquarius or earth energies being teased for. But if you were in that energy, you've come out of it, but you had to learn it the hard way through loss. And that's like everybody's story to some extent, right? So that's what's coming through here. But it's woken you up to your divine life purpose. And in the most mundane sense, the Hermit is simply about leaving behind what doesn't serve you and cultivating, nurturing, and going after the things that do. It's about not needing to see the full staircase, but just seeing the next step, and then taking each step. And then once you take that step, then you see the next step, and you take that step, right? So that's where you guys are at. And that's why it's been so slow. And it does have to do with life purpose here. Lifestyle, life purpose, life path. So what about your person? Your person came out with the Eight of Wands. So you could be dealing with a fire sign, somebody with strong fire in their chart. We've got the Lovers. Strong Gemini energy. And love by the by the Dashboard Lights, I believe is the name of that song, or at least that's a lyric for that song. So I was like teasing you guys, especially with the Eight of Wands here, like, what are you guys doing in the car? Like, love by the dashboard light, because we've got like fast movement energy, and then we've got the Lovers there. So what are you guys doing? So somebody can resonate with that, maybe. And then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So that does show that your person has experienced frustration on the situation, like regardless of whose fault it was, like fault in the 3D or earthly sense, like what the reasons are for a slow movement in this connection or slow progress, whatever the case may be. You both have experienced frustration. Your person has experienced frustration too. I don't know if you guys know that, you know, they've experienced a lot of frustration too. This is growing pains that we're seeing here. We're seeing stretch marks is what I'm seeing here. You know what I mean? Because we associate with, you know, stretch marks with, you know, like women's body issues, and it is that, but it's also just like if you grow too fast, if you ever knew like at the neighborhood kid who had a growth spurt, whether outwards or upwards, you know, they do experience those growing pains. I don't remember that much maybe about certain periods of my life or my tween years, but I do remember like the growing pains. And so that's what it feels like to me, growing pains, that you guys have both endured frustration, having to be patient, investing in something without really knowing if it's going to pay off. Whether that's simply just investing, you know, investing your patience, investing like your money, your energy, or just investing in yourself to grow into somebody that can entertain this type of relationships. This is somebody that can be a good partner as well. We see you developing into, you know, a better partner. And I think more people need to do this. I don't feel like this is a bad thing, saying, oh, you guys aren't ready, or you were such bad partners, or would make such, no. You wouldn't make such bad partners. It's just that everybody needs to do some due diligence when it comes to love, or else we wouldn't see such a high divorce rate. We wouldn't see some of the struggles and the relationship issues that we so often see in, you know, regular, like, everyday society. So there's a reason for this, and you guys are doing your work, and it's like a spiritual calling, especially on your part, that you should do this work. You shouldn't just fall into something. This connection is divinely guided. It's not supposed to be something that you just fall into and let the chips fall where they may. This is something that you guys have both wanted to approach with consideration, okay? And if your person didn't want to do that before, I think I get the feeling that they did or do, if not with you, then previous relationships. Like, this is somebody that deliberates. They consider where they're placing their energy and their efforts. And maybe they're seeing some sort of shift within you, which makes them say, okay, you know, the viewer is somebody who wants the same things as me, or I can see the compatibility now because we've got some fire. Again, I'm just pointing out the elements, not to say that you have to be these signs, but just to say the energies, because if you understand the energies, it gives you a deeper understanding of the reading sometimes, and in this case, I feel like it is. We've got air, we've got fire. So this person is like a little more air and fire, right? And then you're over here coming across very earthy, regardless of sign. And so, but now they're like, hey, peeking out with some earth too, okay? Getting in touch with like this part of their personality that's like, yeah, I guess the viewer and I are more alike than I thought, or this investment actually is going somewhere, so I'm not gonna take my ball and go home. I'm gonna keep investing even though it's frustrating, investing time, investing patience, investing whatever it is that they're investing in this connection, right? Building up their finances, making themselves somebody that can be in a position to be loyal to you. And also, both of these cards are about, you know, making a decision. The Lovers is very much about making a decision. The Seven of Pentacles is almost like the Judgment card in the sense of getting to a point of frustration. That's not what I meant to say. The Judgment card is not necessarily about frustration, right? No. The Seven of Pentacles is about frustration. Both of them, though, are about getting to a tipping point. And at that point, you decide whether to continue to invest, to really double down, right? And put in that more, like, all the effort that's required of you to enter the next phase, which is the Eight of Pentacles, which is total dedication. It's like that point, the precipice, plateau before you go there. It's like, this is all the work you do to apply to the college program that you're trying to get into. And then the Eight of Pentacles is the college program. So in other words, and this is all the work you have to do to be prepared to be a good partner, and the Eight of Pentacles is applying that and doing it, right? So that's the decision that's needed to be made, and this person has made their decision. And why have they made this decision? They have a passion for you. They want things to move fast. I think they're just tired of how slow things are going, regardless of the reasons behind it. They're tired of how slow things are going. They want things to pick up a pace. They want to bring some good news in this connection. You could be getting some communication from this person, some good news about or from this person. This person could have gotten good news about you. And so it's like there is this decision that has been made, and it's been divinely guided with that Lovers. And it's a decision related to partnership. And maybe the understanding, hey, maybe we both are ready for this, to take this to the next level. Maybe I am ready to take this to the next level. Maybe we would make a strong partnership. Okay?